By the way, everything I'm about to say is actually my legitimate opinion on these certain subjects, so yeah. Here's how to trigger the entire Dragon Ball community. I think Dragon Ball Kai is better than Dragon Ball Z. Now that's not to say that Dragon Ball Z is bad as a franchise, but the voice acting is better, the footage looks cleaner, the action doesn't have as much stupid filler that drags the fights on unnecessarily. Despite the common belief, the music is actually good. In all honesty, I do think Dragon Ball Kai is better than Dragon Ball Z in every way. I think Dragon Ball GT is awesome. Yes, it has some plot holes, but so does Dragon Ball Super. But the thing with Dragon Ball GT is it still keeps the heart of Dragon Ball Z alive. It may not have the good storytelling, it may have fucked up royally on certain subjects like Goku being a kid again, but what's not to love about Super Saiyan 4? Come on, Super Saiyan 4, guys. I think Dragon Ball Super sucks. It really sucks. It fails as a continuation of Dragon Ball, and it fails as an anime. The animation, sloppy, lazy. It looks awful for Toei animation. The action, boring, nowhere near as interesting as Dragon Ball Z. The transformations, lazy as fuck. The stories themselves, pretty fucking bland and boring. Recycled movie storylines, a pretty bland and boring tournament saga. A cool Black Goku arc that could have been something good, but is dragged on for so fucking long for unnecessary reasons. Dragon Ball Super just fails on every single level as not only a continuation of Dragon Ball, but as an anime as a whole. It's just bad. I don't like Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. I don't know what it is about it, but when I played it that one time, it just wasn't very fun. I got nothing. Next. This video. Yes, this video actually triggered some people. Especially one person who thought I was quote-unquote crying because I can't spam with my Super Saiyan anymore. I didn't even mention Super Saiyan spamming in the video. In fact, that video wasn't even meant to be taken too seriously, and yet you still got people like that triggered. But yeah, some people were actually triggered by this, and it's the only video on my channel, besides I think my first fight, that actually has more dislikes than likes. I've never seen Dragon Ball. I'm not kidding. I've never seen Dragon Ball at all. Not the original Dragon Ball and not the remastered Dragon Ball. I've never seen it. I've read the manga, never seen Dragon Ball. Colleen Clinkenbeard is the better Gohan voice actor. Now this one's pretty subjective, but in all honesty, I prefer Colleen Clinkenbeard. She puts a lot more emotion than the previous voice actor did. I know a lot of people find her voice annoying, but I think she puts that childlike aspect back into Gohan. I just prefer Colleen Clinkenbeard. Christopher Iries is the better Frieza voice actor. I honestly believe that when people say that the previous voice actor for Frieza was better, I think it's just the nostalgia speaking. Because on every level, Christopher Iries is just better in general. He really gives Frieza that condescending tyrant type of voice. Unlike the last one, who just sounded like it was an old lady who couldn't stop smoking.
Just for that one, I'm going to blow you to pieces. Just like that little bald guy.
What?
Fine, have it your way. I'll just blast you into oblivion. Like I did that other Earthling.
Broly is my favorite villain. Now, a lot of people are turned off by Broly's character just because people talk about him as being this awesome tank, and they keep on saying that he's overrated as a character. I have to disagree because everybody keeps on comparing him to other villains in terms of their strength, and they all of a sudden determine that determines their character. No, that does not. I strongly disagree with anybody who says that, because when it comes to a villain, what matters is their intimidation factor. And frankly, with a lot of the villains, they don't have that. I mean, Frieza has his condescending tyrant attitude. Cell has that arrogant cockiness that comes with his perfect form. Boo is just a fucking child. But when it comes to Broly, he may be your generic, I have to kill everything because fuck reasons type of character, but it's just the fact that he is just this unstoppable tank. He is sadistic, he is bloodthirsty, and he will not be stopped by anything except for one punch by Goku. Fuck that. Goku is a terrible character. I mean, let's look at it this way. In the Japanese dub, he's selfish. He puts his strength above everybody else's safety. And in the English dub, he's some flat, boring, generic Superman clone. He's a terrible character. Dragon Ball Kai's music is fantastic. I already said this when I was talking about Dragon Ball Kai. I think Dragon Ball Kai's music is amazing. I don't care what anybody says. It's great. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F is the worst Dragon Ball Z movie of all time. You can flash the best animation possible at me, you can show me the most amazing fight scenes of all time, but if you have a shitty fucking plot, you do not deserve to be called a movie. There is no plot to Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. And don't even get me started on that ridiculous ending. The whole, oh, I can reverse time so you can do this thing again. That is the laziest writing you can possibly do. Super Saiyan God sucks. Well, actually, I wouldn't say it sucks. I would honestly say I prefer Super Saiyan 4 over God. Super Saiyan Blue sucks. Okay, this one actually does suck. It's lazy. It's one of the stupidest fucking things ever. Super Saiyan Rose sucks. Do I even need to explain? Well, hopefully some of you aren't triggered enough to at least listen to what I have to say at the very end. Guys, in the end, it's all a personal opinion. This is just the way I feel about these specific subjects. If you feel differently, that's perfectly fine. I'm not personally attacking you. You can feel however you want about these certain subjects. This is just what I feel. If you want to call me a faggot because of that, feel free, although I probably will fight back if you try that. But before I go, I really want to quickly address that I just recently hit 50 subscribers. I know it's not that big of a milestone. My first big milestone actually that I wanted to make a video on was 100 subscribers, but it's at least good enough for now to acknowledge the fact that 50 of you were interested in my channel enough to subscribe to me and continue to watch my content every time I upload. I know I shouldn't feel as humbled for the 50 subs, but as a video creator, it just means a lot that even one person can watch my content and enjoy it. It really means a lot. So thank you guys for giving me a chance. I'm gonna keep going at this YouTube thing. I wanna get better at this. I might wanna make this a full-time thing, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to come over here and watch my content. I'll see you in the next video.